Welcome back, everyone. We got a couple different things today here. Couple fun ones. So, for those of you who don't know, the Food Network is planning a cannabis cooking series called Chopped 420. This comes off the heels of Netflix did one last year. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but Netflix had a cannabis cooking show on. It was a contest. It was a great show. So we're very excited to see the Food Network coming in with a cannabis cooking show. The comedian will be Ron Funches as the host. Judges will include Esther Choi, Luke Reyes, and Sam Talbot. Drag performer and cannabis activist Laganja Estranja, and comedian Takara Williams. The show will start streaming on Discovery Plus on April 20th, the annual holiday by those who indulge in cannabis. We all know what that is. So the contestants will be competing for a $10,000 grand prize, be voted on by the judges for each one. So this is really great news. And for those of you, who take edibles, who have made edibles, until you've had a real cannabis chef cook you an infused dinner over several courses, it really is an amazing experience. The way they kind of guide you through the high, then bring you back down at the end with the CBD levels and the THC levels, it really is. I think it's art, for lack of a better word, to be able to do that and to have a group of people experience very similar outcomes. And of course, the food's always delicious, which is always a bonus. But it really is a neat event, and cannabis chefs are starting to become more prevalent out there. So if you find one in your area and they do home events, or you can rent a little space and do it, I highly recommend it. It's quite a good thing. So kudos to the Food Network, and they're going to launch that in 14 days. On Discovery Plus. So, additionally, Forbes came out with a survey: which sports fans smoke the most cannabis. This is kind of fun and interesting. UFC MMA fans smoke the most. Roughly 41% of UFC MMA fans said they smoke weed while watching a match. That is more than any other sport out there. For those other sports, let's see. 36% of NFL fans enjoy herb while watching a game. The Atlanta Falcons and Baltimore Ravens were most likely to fire up during the game, fans of those two teams, with roughly 77% of both teams' fan base saying they did so. So the Falcons and the Ravens fans are the most high when they watch a game. The New England Patriots had the fewest fans smoking pot, with only 31%. And living in New England, I can completely see that. The NBA, this kind of shocked me. The NBA and the NHL were just about tied at 35 and 33%. I would have just thought, NBA would have a higher number than that. And NHL, I thought, would be much lower, but I guess not. Major League Baseball, 30%. And the NCAA had the lowest percentage of fans admitting to smoking marijuana at 29%. Very interesting data that, a third to almost one half of sporting events at any given time people are imbibing on. And the good news about that is there's also a corresponding decrease in alcohol consumption. So people are drinking less during these events, which if you've ever been to a sporting event, there's always fights in the stands. So maybe less alcohol and a little more cannabis would kind of deter some of that behavior from people. Smoking joints or bowls led the pack with 40%. Edibles 32%, one hitters 24, tinctures 21, and only 16% of those who consumed during a sporting event said they would likely use a vape pen. Interesting. On average, fans consume about 2 grams of weed while watching a game. So interesting, fun data points that it's growing. It'll be interesting to see these in another year, and as certain states start to legalize, we'll see how these numbers change. But so interesting stuff from Forbes, and kudos to the Food Network for Cannabis Cooking Show. We cannot wait to watch it and report on who wins. So have a great one, everybody.